Welcome back. Today we'll be working in this Google Colab environment. So how to use this, how to do the setup, for all I have made one video and I will put the link in the description, and it is in Hindi, but by seeing it you can do the practical work. Fine. So first I am just renaming this one, the Jupyter notebook. So I am renaming it as Advertising Sales Analysis. Fine. And now we will start our work. So basically today's goal, the goal of regression analysis in this context, it will be understanding how changing in advertising budget like TV, radio, newspaper impact sales, and to develop the model that can predict sales based on these advertising expenditures. Fine. So now here you can find that table of content is there. So it will give us a very nice view of how our project is flowing, and all the steps will be in front of you. So we always have a clear idea. So first I have written the heading. That's it. Now first work, that now we have a problem statement with us. Now first work is to load the data, means to collect the data. I have collected it from Kaggle. Now I am loading it. It is the CSV file. And how to mount a drive and put your CSV file in your Google Drive and use it, all I have discussed in the video. The link is in the description. Here I will be putting it from my GitHub page. So this is a Kaggle data set. See, here it's written advertising budget and sales.csv. Here you will click, and at the right you will find something written raw. So once you click on the raw, you will find this structure, the comma separated value, and now just copy the link. Fine, and put it here. So we will be making a data frame. So we have imported pandas, and now we have read the CSV file, and now we will see what is there in the data frame. So first let's make it easy. So first I am just putting the head part, that is 5 rows, you can see here. So I have used this function. So here you can see it is in rows and columns, means the data frame is now, it is always in rows and columns. So it is a very simple data set with only 4 columns. I have just done a simple manipulation while after collecting it from Kaggle dataset. Fine. Now you will see here, you are seeing that there are 200 rows and 4 columns. Got it? This 200 means a lot for here. So now we will be working on this 200 rows and on these 4 columns. How we work on this, we will see to it. Now once our data we have loaded, the second work is data preparation. This is our flow. Right. So one big topic we have covered. Now data preparation. In data preparation, how we manage these row data and the column data. Now see, this yellow box will go to the X variable, and the last one, the sales one, will go in the Y variable. Now what is this? We are separating our data column wise for rows and columns. For X and Y. So these first three will be in X, and sales the dependent data. So what will X contain? The independent data, or the we can say the input variables. So if we drop the sales column, what is left? All the independent variables or the independent data are there. So, and I have written axis equal to 1, that is we are saying that we are working with columns. Now what is there in X? Let's see. See, we have dropped the last column which is dependent on these 3 columns. Right. So now we have only these independent columns, independent variables, whatever, or these features with us in X, and what is left? Y. So directly we can put this Y column, this Y, that sales column, in Y variable. Now you can see it is not in rows and column because only one column is there. That means it has given us to see it in a series manner. So we say that it is a series. Okay. Now we have separated data in X and Y as by dividing columns. Now we will divide the rows. So whatever there is in X will be splitted like X train and X test, Y train and Y test. So for this we need this sklearn or scikit-learn library. So this is the page of sklearn, and here many examples are there which we can go through and find it. So it is very helpful. I am taking this particular line and I will be pasting here. So what is there? From sklearn dot model selection import train test split. This class will be using to split the, just now you saw we first separated in XY, we split it in column wise. After that we are splitting it row wise. Fine. The total X2 and the total Y content. So we need 4 variables. I have named it as like that. Now train test split method we are using. Now we are giving the total X, total Y. Now here the main thing, here we are saying test size, means if X is the total 200 rows, so if I make the test data 0.2, that is 20%, so rest 80% will be in the for the training data. And here we are writing random state equal to 100, that is useful for consistent result while splitting, right? So more or less what we have written, it's clear to you. Now we will do the next part. We have with us the data set ready, the training and the testing data, it is ready with us. Now we will provide it for model building. Now there are many model we can go through, we will come across in this particular series only. Now here we are using linear regression model, and to find the relationship between variables for making predictions and understanding the underlying pattern. So means how the X part is affecting the outcome, the Y part, right? So here we are using linear regression model. So this sklearn.model you will get it from the site only. So now have we initialized it, now we will train the model. So now we know for training the model which part of X and which part of Y is needed, because we have splitted the rows, right? So it is in X train and it is in Y train. Now it will find the pattern. While training it will find the relationship and the pattern, that how this X train data is affecting the prediction of the sales, right? So see, it is been trained. Now we have our model ready with us. Now once the model is ready, we have the test data. So with the test data, what we will do, we will apply this. So basically these 4 are the key features. First the fitting the model, after that now what we will do, the prediction, coefficient and intercept, this will cover in the next video, and evaluation in this video, in this tutorial only, evaluation matrices, right? Now we are applying the model to do or to make prediction. So for ease, I have named the variable like this, YLR means linear regression train predict. So whatever the prediction will be. So for prediction, we have to give the training part, the X part, and whatever suppose Y train you have, so if you give X train, it will predict properly the Y train. If you give X test, it will properly predict the Y test and new variables afterwards, right? So for now we were doing this. So once we are giving X train, so we expect that whatever there is in Y train, it will predict. When we give X test, then we want that it predicts whatever there in Y test. After that we can do the comparison. Now see, it is an array only. You can see it, but for now let's keep it simple. So you can go through it more deeper, but to keep it simple, just seeing how it is working, what is the flow, we are doing this, right? Now our training is done, model training is done, we have applied the model for prediction, we have done this. Now we will do the evaluation. The third part we will cover later. Okay, now evaluation matrices. Now evaluation means one, the training is done, how it is working, how efficiently it is working, we will see to it, right? So now for this, let's start our work. So always we have the sklearn dot matrices. So for this linear regression we are doing now. So we will find the mean squared error and R2 score. These are the two matrices. So it has certain value from which we can understand that it is perfectly predicting, or it is near to prediction, or it is very far away from the real prediction. We will see to it. So for this we need to compare the actual and the predicted. Actual means when we splitted it, we got something in the y variables, means y column. So that was the actual one, and when we provided at the time of prediction the x train and the x test, and we got something from that what it predicted. So we'll compare those two, right? So for this we are first using mean squared error. And what is mean squared error? It is a different thing, so we will not cover it directly here, but a idea we can get it from, right? So first we are using this mean square error for train, y train, and what is the predicted y train. After that we are doing the r square for y train and predicted y train, right? Next we will be doing for mean square for y test and predicted y test, and R2 for y test and predicted y test. Now a bit that suppose we measured the average square difference between the actual and predicted values, and a lower MSE means mean square error indicates better if the model performance. So what will be the matrices? So I will just put one note below. And second, that it represents the portion of the variance in the dependent variable sales that is explained by the independent variables. Okay, that is the advertising budgets. So like range from 0 to 1 with high values indicating, it indicates better fit or whatever. So it's like this only, that it has a limiting things, that from if it is 0 then what it is saying, if it is 0 to 1 then what it is saying. So it is there, but how we actually do the coding, that actually we are seeing to it. Our model is performing how, so we will see to it later, right? So we have done all these things, just need to do the print work. Okay. Now first I am just simply printing it out, that the train mean square error, what is the result we got, the train r square, what the result we got. This is the simple print statement of Python. We are just putting it like this, and now let's see. And once you have the range, that how much range says that this one is correct and this one is less or more, so you can find it. So see here it is saying, giving us 3.0. So for MSE, if it is 0, the model is perfectly predicting the target variable. If it is between 0 and 1, model has very small error. This indicates highly actual means highly accurate model. And if it is between 1 to 10, so low or moderate, likewise we can find it. So we are just seeing that flow, how it is predicting. Now we have done the printing, simple printing. Now we can use this data frame to see it, how it means. If you put it in a structured way, it is good, because not only one model we can use? We can use more than one model to see how the model work for our data set, right? And whichever model is working perfectly for our data set, we can use it, right? So for now we are using linear regression. So this is the thing how I am printing it. So I will first transpose this one. Now we will nicely put the column headings. Now see, now here we have used linear regression. Now considering the nature of the problem, we can explore, suppose we can explore two more techniques. There are many techniques. Right now for this, right in our mind, we can explore the time series analysis. We can explore the ensemble methods like random forest model. So what is this? We will be doing right now this ensemble method. So what is this? This method combines multiple models, right, to improve prediction. Now see what is our result. So see, it is in a very nice structured manner. So now we got the result properly. Now you could understand the flow of this, right? So as we have done the linear regression, we could have included visualization also, which we will cover it in the later video. So for now, let's not do the visualization part. We will do it. Right now, let's take one different model. Right now, what I said, that ensemble methods. For that, the random forest one is there. So for this, we will follow these things only. So time series you can go for it, but for now we are sticking with the random forest. So what is ensemble method? That we are applying or combining, it is combining multiple models to improve prediction accuracy and generalization. So this will enhance the performance of the sales prediction, right? So see, you can see that model building, linear regression, inside is where what the 4 steps we are doing. For this random forest also we will do all these 4 steps. Slight difference will be there while training the model. So this method is used for training. Now you got it. Now here it is written, see, max depth equal to 2. This is different and rest is all the same like the previous one. Okay, now here our this model is trained. Now the rest of the steps we'll just copy and paste because those are all same. So very fast we'll copy and paste, and finally we see that what is the prediction. So this is a simple tutorial, simple thing that I also learned while working with this, and I am sharing with you also. So there are many things to understand here. Simple, if when you are copying and pasting, just where it is written LR for linear regression, change it to RF for random forest. That is what you need to do. Copy paste for all the steps and change that small portion, right? So here many things are left to understand. So let us keep it simple and understand this much only. So we learned this much. I hope it will help you, and it helped me also. So this is for today's video, today's tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'll try to do the visualization things, like seeing the or whatever you have done, seeing it visually, like scatter plot and all those things. So how when we change these advertising budget, so how it affects whatever there is in the sales, that how the sales revenue generated in the Y part on the dependent variable, because we understood that for here that what are independent variable, what are dependent variable, and this dependent variable is the sales revenue generated as a result of those advertising expenditures. So each we have 3 here for now. So if we can find out the correlation, we can find out that which one is giving the more sales, so that we can find out from here. So by seeing the insights, we can put more budget for that particular independent variable. So these are the things we need to find out from here. So now let's combine these two models, compare these two models, not combine, compare and keep it side by side. Now it is in front of you. I hope it will help you. So let's meet in the next video, in the next tutorial, in our next learning. By that time, bye bye and take care.